No, I can't write anything. I don't have any ideas. What am I going to do today? Listen, if you're struggling to put words onto paper or to get ideas down onto your screen or your phone even, you have to sit down and give it some time. If you haven't written anything for the last week, commit either today or starting tomorrow to spend 10 minutes every day putting your thoughts on paper. If you genuinely think you are devoid of ideas, grab a pad of paper, sit down at home in a comfy chair, and write about what happened yesterday in your routine, in your normal life. You may have had an amazing day yesterday. You may have had a terrible day. But just use that if you're stuck to write. Did you have some phone calls? Who did you talk to? Did you pay a bill? Did you go shopping? Yesterday I sold my car. I drove to the dealership, having booked an appointment. I got there on time. Half an hour later, having had a cup of coffee, a nice conversation, and the buying agent having walked around the car, driven it around a lot, and taken a series of photographs, she authorized a transfer to my account, and then I walked out into the rain. It was torrential yesterday. The sale of the car and the walk back through the rain is an example of taking what happened in your day and writing it down. I was quite nervous that although I'd received an email quote for my vehicle the night before attending the appointment, I wondered whether the old-fashioned, oh, well, kick the tyres, walk around the vehicle, it's not worth what we thought. I thought they would do that, but they were incredibly professional at the dealership. They gave me exactly what the quote had been for the vehicle, and I actually was surprised. I had been expecting a bit of a knockback or a reduction in the offer, but they gave me what I had expected, and I was delighted with that. I could write about synchronicity, I could write about trust, I could write about hope becoming reality, and I could write about making an investment or a savings choice using the extra income. What can you write about today? What can you write about tomorrow based on something that's happened in your previous 24 hours? Don't complicate the writing issue. Writing happens when you sit in a chair, you grab your pen or your laptop, and you allocate 10 or 15 or 20 minutes. One thing I've become aware of, and it wasn't an intentional thing, is that in my first few videos, there's always either a watch in the video or in the thumbnails I've been using, there's always a watch. And I've realized that that's because that every time I write to a time slot. So I will normally give myself 2 hours in a coffee shop or an hour at one of my desks at home. Think about writing to a block of time. Think about a 20-minute block of time. You will not notice it. It will go so fast, and you will end up with 500 or 800 words on paper after an hour sitting there. It's ever so simple. Don't complicate things. We want to see your books on our shelves as readers. Remember that. If you're in doubt, stand in a bookshop and look at the thousands of titles in the section that you're in. Look at the tens of thousands of books in a multi-storied bookshop that is an absolute specialist. Maybe it's got a coffee lounge. Maybe it's got an area for reading. Lots of bookshops these days are very welcoming of writers with their notebooks, walking around the shelves, making notes looking at books. I do that very frequently when I'm looking at a new idea. Get into a bookshop, get your ideas, go home or sit down in a coffee shop and get the manuscript written. What you need now is a first draft. Don't worry about anything else. Get your ideas onto screen, and we want to see your books. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and thank you very much. If you've got any comments or you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments section below, and I look forward to responding. Thank you.